All right, so moving on to the next segment, we're going to pivot over here to the world of MMA inside the UFC world, and I'll be sharing my small preview of what the UFC 320 card will look like this fall. So, in October, we are starting to get a glimpse and a picture of what the UFC 320 card will look like. Dana White announced that 3 fights will be taking place on the UFC 320 card in October. The event will be headlined and main evented between Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira. This will be a rematch for the light heavyweight championship taking place at the 205 division, with Magomed Ankalaev defending his newly won light heavyweight championship against Alex Pereira. So this is going to be a highly anticipated rematch for the main event of UFC 320. Now, I am looking forward to what Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira will give us in this second fight. Now, Magomed Ankalaev did call his shot in the first fight. He said he will go toe-to-toe and keep the fight standing with Alex Pereira and outstrike Alex Pereira in order to take the light heavyweight championship away from Alex Pereira. And he did it. He actually did it. And he hardly used any wrestling techniques. The fight was basically standing for majority of the 5 championship rounds in the beginning of the year when they fought each other. So after Alex Pereira had a strong start to that fight in the first round, he started to fade away, and you could tell Magomed Ankalaev began to gain momentum as long as the fight went on for. And I scored the fight 3 rounds to 2 in favor of Magomed Ankalaev. He was the main fighter, landing the more significant strikes and landing more punches, landing 127 out of his 224 punches, and had over 5 minutes of control time. But I want to see if Alex Pereira can rewrite his wrong. I want to see if Alex Pereira can outstrike Magomed Ankalaev. I want to see if Alex Pereira can tap into that kickboxing background. I want to see if Alex Pereira is still hungry to regain his spot as the king of this 205 division in the UFC. So I think the second fight is definitely going to be more competitive than the first fight. I think Alex Pereira is going to make his adjustments, possibly to steal the title from Magomed Ankalaev and knock him out possibly. Or we can see Magomed Ankalaev have a similar game plan that he had in the first fight and mix in more of a striking style and tap into the kickboxing background and try to improve his UFC win streak that is impressively at a 14-fight win streak, one of the best UFC win streaks of all time. We'll see if he can extend that to 15 and have a successful first title defense as the light heavyweight champion. But then looking at the rest of the card here, in the co-main event, we got an interesting co-main event. We have Merab versus Corey Sandhagen for the Bantamweight Championship. Now, I think this is a great co-main event for UFC 320 between Merab and Corey Sandhagen for the Bantamweight Championship. Is it the biggest fight to be made at the Bantamweight division right now? I disagree, because Merab versus Umar, as competitive as that fight was in the beginning of the year, I would like to see that rematch. But I get the reason why the UFC is running Merab versus Corey Sandhagen. I think this is a perfect time. Merab is on one of, if not the most impressive bantamweight run of UFC bantamweight history. I mean, the names that he's defeated: Jose Aldo, Peter Yan, Henry Cejudo, Sean O'Malley twice, and Umar. And he's the reigning defending bantamweight champion. Then you look at Corey Sandhagen. He is the number 4 ranked contender at this bantamweight division. But this is a name that Merab has not defeated yet at the bantamweight division. So I think this could be a fun fight. Styles makes fights in that octagon. You have Merab's relentless pressure, unmatched cardio mixed with his wrestling skills and his striking abilities. And then you look at the challenger, Corey Sandhagen, as a really good MMA IQ. He's a good striker, good counter puncher. I think this is going to be a fun fight for the co-main event of UFC 320 between Merab and Corey Sandhagen. But then the final fight that is announced for now, the third fight that would be on the undercard, Yuri Prochazka versus Khalil Roundtree. I think if you love UFC striking fights, this is going to be your fight to be entertained by. And this could be the fight of the night based off of the explosive knockout power that both Yuri Prochazka and Khalil Roundtree bring to the table. Both are really good strikers. Both have good kickboxing backgrounds. Both have dangerous knockout power in that octagon. And both also have something in common. Both have also defeated Jamal Hill in the calendar year 2025. But as I digress, both are actually ranked in the top 5 in the light heavyweight division. So truthfully, the winner of Yuri Prochazka and Khalil Roundtree could fight the winner of Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira, the winner of UFC 320, for a UFC light heavyweight title fight in the calendar year 2026. So there's going to be some serious ramifications for the winner of Yuri Prochazka, Khalil Roundtree. I think it's going to be one hell of a UFC card when it all gets materialized. But those are my thoughts and my small preview of what is to come for UFC 320.